vital concerns this morning on the streets to discover what's trending.
What is trending in Nigeria?
What is trending is that when I go on the street, I see people.
What
Call
is
it
trending? My name is Michael. What is trending is the NLC president, Ajero, who was kidnapped, no, arrested, let me just put it that way, and later freed. Matthew, and looking at Nigeria currently, what is trending in Nigeria, I think has to do with perhaps the unforeseen circumstances we are seeing, what looks like high-handedness on the part of security agencies, what look like draconian nature of governance. We are seeing the president setting the stage for people, his lieutenants, to start making some statement that is unbecoming of leaders. Particularly, we are seeing Mr. President addressing some party faithfuls in Edo State, sequel to the forthcoming gubernatorial election in Edo State, where he was asking them, do you want Edo back? And they said yes. And he said, and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I'll give it to you. For me, that assertion is unbecoming of a leader. And I know Mr. President will by now be regretting it, because in a democracy, in an election that is supposed to be contested on the basis of popularity, on the basis of numerical strength, on the basis of canvassing your manifesto to the people, wooing the people, trying to make them vote for you on the basis of your program, should not be a system where an individual, because perhaps you are the president, you have access to control the army, the police, the DSS, all the paramilitary agencies that manage the election, you have the power to control them, should not give you the liberty to start issuing statements like, do you want Edo back? Are you saying that, and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I'll give it to you? I've taken place to look at every relevant section of the Constitution of Nigeria. I have not seen anywhere Mr. President derive the power to decide who to give a state to in an election that is supposed to be contested on the basis of numerical strength. And shortly after I have said that, we are seeing these lieutenants, like the Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives, I'm talking about Benjamin Kalu, coming out to say that come 2027, that is going to deliver Abia State to APC. And he acknowledged that the governor, the incumbent governor, is delivering the dividends of democracy to the people. I'm talking about LSOT. But he still went further to say that Abia State is going to become APC State come 2027. We are even probably seeing the likes of APC National Chairman, and talking about Ganduje, coming out to say that APC is going to capture Edo State, capture Anambra State. I'm not saying APC should not win an election, but let it be on the basis of popularity. Let it be on the basis of canvassing your manifesto, your program to the people. Let it be on the basis of voting and counting the vote, and the candidate who is scoring the higher lawful vote to emerge the winner. I think the greatest threat to our national democracy is statements of such nature. And if you look at what came from the way INEC managed the last election, that's why personally I'm not comfortable when you see Nigerians not being agitated as to INEC, or rather National Assembly, amending some relevant section of the Constitution to ensure that we deepen the democracy. Because in the build-up to 2023 presidential election, all the stakeholders put pressure on National Assembly to amend some relevant section of the Electoral Act, particularly the area that deals with the mode of transmission of election results. And as we have it, National Assembly of then amended the Electoral Act and gave INEC the liberty, the leverage, the discretionary power to determine the mode of transmission of election results. When INEC will come out with their guidelines prior to the election, they said they were going to transmit the election results electronically, but they reneged at the end of time and cited network glitch. Of course, many stakeholders were not satisfied with the election results, including the Labour Party and its candidate P2B, including the PDP candidate and his candidate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Though they follow the election, they challenge the electoral process or the result of the election to the Supreme Court. But in the wisdom of the Supreme Court gave it to the current president. I'm talking about Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Let me say at this point that it is irrespective of who Supreme Court gave the victory. The Supreme Court in itself before now have said that their decision is final because they are the highest arbiter in the land. They are the highest court in the land, not because their judgment is infallible. So it is on that basis I'm saying, if we must deepen the democracy, if we must have free, fair, and credible election going forward, we need to amend that particular section of the Electoral Act that gives INEC discretionary power to determine the mode of transitional election, such that that discretion will be taken away from them. They will make it in such a way that going forward, let the constitution or rather let that Electoral Act be in such a way that INEC must transmit the election result electronically. Anything contrary to that should mean that the election will be null and void. Then we are equally looking at the grave concern posed by the invasion of office of SERAP. I'm talking about socio-economic rights and accountability projects. Because we have seen in the recent past where DSS will go and occupy their Abuja office. According to SERAP, that they were demanding to see their directors. And though they have vacated the office, we have equally seen the arrest, intimidation, handling of NSC and its leadership. I'm talking about Joe Ajaero. How police will invite him. At the time he honored the invitation, police came out to explain that a Briton, Andrew Wen, who was accused of trying to undermine the government, who perhaps sponsored the End Bar Governor protest and #End Hunger protest, whether he had a link with him. And we understood that the DSS that had the mandate of intelligence gathering would have had enough intelligence to know if an Ajaero had such link before police start inviting him. Or does it mean there is no intelligence sharing? So for me, I think the government must allow democracy to flourish by allowing people to have their way when it comes to freedom of association, when it comes to freedom of speech. And let me say this, that when people call for protest, it doesn't mean that people are against the government. It's a legitimate way of people trying to draw the attention of the government to areas they feel dissatisfied with the manner the country is being governed. But the situation where you see after the protest, you see people being arrested indiscriminately. You see the security agency handling Nigerians, charging them with terrorism, charging them with treasonable felony. For me, I don't think it's a good signal. I don't think it augurs well for Nigeria under a democratic setting. Seeing that people who came out to express their dissatisfaction with government policies, government programs, have been handled the way we are seeing. For me, I think the government should think twice.
My name is Michael. What is trending is the NLC president, Ajaero, who was arrested, let me just put it that way, and later freed. Yes, that's what is trending, and is connected with the recent development of a Briton that was found to be very close to Nigerian protest issues, and he was charged with treasonable felony, and they discovered, according to DSS or thereabout, that this very man, that very Briton, has a direct link with the NLC. Whichever way, that was what led to what it is today. And secondly, I felt that the government is also trying to checkmate, the Nigerian Labour Congress, in case of any unprecedented or unpredictable protest that is going to come up any moment, any day, But as it stands now, it looks like they have brought out some charges that included treasonable charges against the NLC president. Of course, he's going to sort himself out on that regard. I'm not his fan, no. I am not Ajaero's fan, and I will never be his fan. because he doesn't have what it takes to be the NLC president, like the days of Abacha then, talking about Lupeng, Pengas in all those days, all those men in those days, who stood against storm. Ajero is not facing any storm. He's just a man who found himself in a position of authority and doesn't know actually how he needed or how he want to use it, to position himself and negotiate properly with the federal government. And that is why at every point in time, all NSA president is being picked like up and down every day. Every day you are in DSS. Every day, police. That means Nigeria doesn't understand the position he's occupying in this country. NSA is linked to International Labour Organization. It is not a position for people who does not understand that it's a matter of war against the system that has threatened Nigeria. Tinubu's government has continually threatened the consciousness of every Nigerian. Nigerians are beginning to ask themselves, even the army is running away. Nigerian army are running away. Everybody is on the run. So the NLC president Ajero should face the consequences of not standing firmly as a man, as the leader of Nigerian Labour Congress, to defend anti-people policies. All the protests he has led over time, none of them produce anything till today. It is becoming very suspicious whether it's not being used by the government to paint a particular picture that they are fighting for the masses while they are not fighting for the masses. Thank God they have left you off the hook. Ajero, come back home, go to your secretariat in Abuja, sit down, look at yourself very well. Do you want to be Nigerian Labour Congress? You resign. Look at the young man there from the presidency. A courageous young man. He cannot understand the direction of this government, APC-led government. Ajuri Ngelele, take something and continue. That is it. When will we start seeing politicians of consciousness and ideology in our system? When will we see government agencies stand to defend an ordinary man who probably does not understand the policies of the government? He only knows that now a bag of rice is 200,000. He only understands that the fuel pump price is now 1,000, 3,000 naira. But he doesn't know how those things come about. Because he stood on the sun, queue, and voted incompetence based on religion. That's the consequences of it. Nigeria will understand that what is happening to Ajero is also happening to ordinary Nigerians on the streets. Most are actually very, very, very confused. They don't know who to call. They say, who is the president? They say he wants Tinubu. Na Tinubu. Who be wherefore they say that Dangote? We don't even know whether there's an NPC now in Nigeria. All we know is what? Dangote. Nigeria doesn't know whether anything called petroleum minister, doesn't know anything called NNPC again. Everybody is talking about Dangote as if Dangote is the one that there's something wrong. And we keep on asking that question. What is actually wrong with Nigeria? Thank you.
What is trending is that when I go on the street, I see people, they call it shake me. See, when you cannot eat in the morning, normal morning, you cannot eat in the morning, afternoon, in the night, you go and find something to just sustain yourself. You do that for 1 year, you will not be thinking very well again as a human being. And when you look at the news and you see your president driving new jets, big boy, city boy, driving Escalade, almost 1 billion naira, chopping life. He buy new presidential jet. The first place he carry the presidential jet is to France, flexing. and you never chop, you will shake me now. So what is trending now is that anywhere you go, left, right, and center, those people that campaign in 2023 APC, they should go and campaign now on the streets. They should go and campaign. And let God give the people power to do what they want to do in their mind. If you are APC, you go and campaign on the street now, you might come back, maybe your eyes swell up. So go, and those who supported APC, go on the streets and campaign for APC. Abara, those are the Yoruba Abara. From nowhere, you just see Abara on your face. The way hunger don't frustrate people for streets. Hunger. Yeah, you know, hungry man is an angry man. Unnecessarily angry. If you just say APC, before you complete the APC self now, if you don't give you like 10 blow for eye. So what is happening now is that people are swearing. One shake a full president to us. When you mention APC, they say Lamba. For those that don't understand Lamba, Lamba is Babala Iro, APC and Iro, 5 and 6. NMPC, GMD, Melekiari, the other day, he was swearing to God. Wallahi Taala is not be lie. In the life, Wallahi Taala. But that's how the father will work. After like 3 times that they have told us to work, we did not work. He said he go work for September. Sorry, he said go work for August. Nah, September. After I don't swear. Then here, because here said they won't sell the Port Harcourt refinery. Where they say he go work. Yeah. Which one will go there now? Which one will follow? When hungry beats you, you don't know what you're doing again. I mean, my sister, you know the experience of when hungry beats you, you don't know what you're doing. So, what we are expecting is that this hunger that is beating Nigerians, when it's 2027, you feel like you don't make the right choice. Now you know that is your problem. But let me tell you, Tinubu will win. Tinubu will win the election. Because number one, there are 3 types of voters, or even 4 types of voters. The people, INEC, judiciary, and police. It is not enough if the people vote for you, but if INEC and judiciary vote for you, you go enter. Already, INEC don't get the voters card ready. INEC, judiciary itself, they don't get their voters card ready. Babanla, like me, I reach 100 million. When I vote for Tinubu, or when I vote for Atiku or El-Rufai or P2B, if INEC put 1 vote, you go cancel on a vote. If judiciary put their own vote, hold it on. You understand? This government shows that Nigerians did not vote for him. This government shows that Nigerians did not follow President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It shows that INEC and judiciary are the ones that voted for Tinubu. So 2007, that's the reason I said he will still enter. Because INEC will still vote for Tinubu and judiciary will still vote for Tinubu. Nigerians will not vote for Tinubu. So let him complete 8 years. Him and in Yoruba Ronu and Yoruba Conservative. Let them pack all their wahala. After 8 years, make them finish their 8 years, pack all their wahala, carry a look more for Nigeria. So let's see what happens. Thank you very much.